Hi Libra, and welcome to your April 2020 reading. I am just spraying my rose spray and my sacral chakra spray. I will insert the video hopefully before this of explaining what I'm using and why I'm using it, what the setup is. I am using Animal Spirit by Kim Krans and The Fairy Forest by Lucy Cavendish. And I will leave all my links down below for Instagram, Patreon, Facebook. Follow those, especially Facebook and Instagram if you're looking for free content and deals. And then if you're a patron, you pay a low amount a month each month to get a ton of content as a group and one-on-one with me. You get discount codes for the shop if you decide to purchase through the shop during the time you're a patron, though I would say you probably won't, just because you get that much content and it's like a fourth less money if you do it by patron rather than going to my website and purchasing individually. Just a side note. And so I'm just gonna start shuffling the cards, and if anything comes through I'll let you know, as far as like angel numbers and things like that. So animal guide I'm seeing is a snail. And I'm seeing the angel numbers 73 and 72 and 56. So I'm just shuffling the cards. Wow, your cards are coming out fast. Okay, so I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as possible. I'm trying to keep it under 30 minutes. So, we have fresh new spring. I hope you can hear me because we got our washer and dryer going in the other room. And it's currently like almost 11 o'clock at night. So this is just saying that in April, guys, Libra, you're going to have a new beginning, and it might not be, flashy, but it is something that might mean a lot to you, but to other people it might be minute. It might not be even that big of a fresh start, but to you, you're going to feel like things are coming together finally for you, that you are feeling more relaxed in where your life is. And it took, in Libras, I feel like you've been taken for a ride for many years, and in April you're going to feel like things are starting to slow down and things are starting to be more enjoyable. When we look at the next card, it's in reverse and it's chanted, beguiled, and enspelled. So this is just saying that, you don't have to necessarily have someone come up to you and say, oh, it's almost like something like blessed you, or put a spell on you because your life is so much different than it was 6 months ago. You don't need that kind of validation, Libra. In April, you're going to feel a lot of contentment with where you're at. And though you might be surprised, there might be some things coming, you're not going to feel as bombarded as you have been with the demands of other people. So that's a good thing. And then you have healer, nourishment, nurture. So this is just saying, with it being in reverse, whether it's upright or reverse for you, Libra, April is about redefining what that means for you. What do you feel you need the most in April, and how you can kind of stop substituting your power by reaching out to others and having more faith in them than yourself. It's really about internalizing and not necessarily needing validation for what you're internalizing and what you are and what you are sensing with your intuition. So that just woke me up. Seriously, I needed that because I'm pretty tired. but I wanted to get these out to you. So I'm waking up. So this is just really letting you know that nurturing may come to you in a different form in April than previous months. You might have been the archetype of the healer, always healing other people, not necessarily allowing healing to come to you. So that's a good thing. It's going to be kind of different. It's going to be more accepted than pushed away or taking on a role just to please other people. And then you have the trickster, deceit, betrayal, guile. With this being reversed, this is saying that your negative thinking, your boundaries are not as needed in April. You're going to feel a sense of being protected by spirit, being protected by the actions that you kind of have been doing with being quarantined. You know, you might have changed your routine. Maybe you should if you don't feel like you have. One thing that I can throw out there as a Libra, I've been really working on moving my physical body more than I was and spending more time getting things done, being more aware of time management, doing it rather than thinking about it so much, because we tend, if you're a Libra like me, you tend to overthink. So that's not going to be happening in April. You're really going to start just doing the work and resting and reflecting and being happy afterwards, instead of the opposite, resting and reflecting and planning and then not doing and planning again and then not doing, because you're always cut off by other people's demands. So this is something you can enjoy. You won't have to be necessarily tricked by your own inner critic or other people's critic. You know what I mean? So the other card that you have, and this is in the near future, this is soul kin, recognition, family, and kinship. So this is a good thing. So this is like attracting your soul family. You're starting to hold a vibration, Libra, in April that is more apparent, that kind of reverberates out to attract the people you need and want in your life. And it's not about, oh, what did I do to deserve this? You know you deserve it, but it's not in a cocky way. It's more of a grateful way, a humble way. And you start feeling as if your reality is actually being shaped by your actions, the energy that you're holding, the vibration that you're carrying. And again, you're doing things that is protecting that higher vibration. Because in the past, Libra, you might have been considered sensitive, over emotional, maybe empathic. Those that don't associate with any of those, you might just have fallen, I don't want to say the word victim, but it kind of comes in that kind of terminology, how guides are speaking to me about how you've kind of always bit the bullet and you've done the work and you've always sacrificed in order to make everyone happy, to make everything softer for everything else, trying to build a family, when in reality you were just building, what Spirit's showing me is people just throw stones at you, you know, every chance they could get if you didn't do what they wanted. So it's really about letting go of that fear of being rejected and just accepting who you are unconditionally. And that vibration has changed, and that has been shown, and then the guides and angels, ancestors, deities, and even people, you know, sharing the experience with you, Libra, on this planet is really going to start gravitating towards you. You're going to feel uplifted. You're not going to feel like you have to prove yourself over and over again. It's something that is just going to be honored and is going to be attracted to you without much effort other than you taking care of yourself. Of course, you're not going to be selfish. You're going to help people around you, but you're going to be a little bit more on point with your intuition. It's almost going to be like a claircognizance, where you just know if this person's intentions are good or not, and you're going to be able to pinpoint the people that they have, you know, things to work on just like you, but their intention, their core beliefs are just like yours, and they try to do the best they can in order to keep balance and keep people, at a good place. They don't want to take advantage or discriminate. They really want to be an open book and help those around them, So that's a good thing. So I'm just going to go ahead. And again, I'm seeing the snake as an animal guide, and that's really interesting. And then I'm seeing a skunk as an energy. Ooh, you got cards already. And I just blah, blah, blah. So zebra. So this is just saying that, when I think of this, I think of balance. As you can tell in the depiction, the third eye is activated. And so you feel like you're being downloaded, Libra. You feel like you're being anointed. You feel as if this month could be a month to actually be content with. It's not about watching the months go by, waiting for the whole year and how it's wrapped up. You're being more present. You're being more grounded. And you really are just allowing things to be as they are, not putting too much labels on them, which in return is inspiring you and uplifting your vibrations. Unicorn in reverse, this is just saying that your imagination's always present. Whether you decide to work with it or not is up to you in this month. But I do feel like with it being, reversed or, upside down, it's something that kind of is already, it's kind of innate. It's kind of just there. Something that is part of your soul. And in April, it's going to become more and more evident, Libra, that you really need this time to daydream. But not to the point where it was a substitute for getting rest. Because I feel like a lot of you are just busy, busy, busy. And so daydreaming was a way to release your mind, to make you think about something new, or maybe you would dwell, maybe you are someone that dwells and it would get you upset more than you already are. With it being in reverse, this is saying it's going to be more of an internal catalyst, and it's going to help you prepare for the changes that are coming. Seeing that the vibrations that have kind of been expanding outward is really drawing what you need in with that kinship. And you don't necessarily need a magical, mystical being around you in order to attract that energy. You don't need to have that, physical focus. You can just conjure that up with knowing who you are, knowing you can be a very visual person. And you need that break. You need that creative flow. And so whether it be daydreaming, whether it be writing, whether it be whatever it is for you, Libra, it's going to be more and more active in your life and less put on the back burner until you feel like you have no more energy left and you need something to just calm your mind down. Because when we look at the next card, we see the rabbit. And so if you have been feeling kind of anxious during this, if you feel like you kind of maybe jump to conclusions, or you scurry around and back and forth in your mind, you're going to see how it's affecting your vibration, and you're going to be more gentle with yourself and the things around you and the people around you. And you're not going to be letting these emotions drive you to the point of fight or flight. You're going to really get to choose more things, So I feel like in April, Libra, you're going to have more choices when it comes to feeling like you can have the purity in your life and the vibration in your life to escort you up instead of, plummeting down every chance that you get triggered or every chance that you feel spirit or people around you can get you. You're really going to start mental checking, and that's going to help make things more, you're going to be able to digest and process things more easily because you're going to, start checking in with yourself instead of automatically going off what you're feeling. Like if you feel nervous, you're just going to get all nervous. No, you're going to check in with yourself and say, okay, I am nervous. let's deal with this emotion before I get into, you know, what I got to do next today, you know. So you're really going to start deliberately taking care of things in the way they should. You have shark, and so this is just saying that you're aware of predators, you're aware of things that could go wrong. You know, you're being logical, but again, don't let, see, I'm seeing, every time I see this card, I see blood in the water. So that to me is just saying that don't sacrifice too quickly, and don't allow feeling too empathic become your kryptonite, kind of. And I'm not an empath if I don't feel sorry for this person, but that person could be deceiving me, but I'd rather take the chance of being a good person and get deceived rather than being cold-hearted and they really needed my help. You're not gonna play those mental mind games. You're really going to be aware and understand you have boundaries, understand the red flags before you proceed forward. And that's a good thing. So April, you're going to feel more and more, again, like I said, you're going to feel more and more empowered. And then you have horse, and there's that crescent moon. So again, I feel like you're going to start being able to decide how things are affecting you, not just the moon phases, but people, animal, environment, energies, your own emotions, other people's emotions. You're going to start being able to build your craft in a way, whether it be empath abilities, whether it be spiritual, or whether it just be anything in your life that you are going for, whether it be career, money, goals, anything. You're going to start perfecting it in a way that is comfortable for you, but again, not going for like have to be number one of it. You know what I mean? So let's say, for an example, I want to perfect being an empath, but I don't want to feel like I am the only 100% master in being an empath. No, I want to get to a place where I know my empath abilities, know how to turn them off and on, and use them for good and use them for myself. But I can still learn and keep humble and open to other people's empath insights, you know? So it's about knowing when to place the boundaries, when to teach, when to be a student, things like this. The horse also kind of reminds me of energies of just kind of understanding that, see, the Spirit's showing me clairvoyantly that you don't want to feel like you have to be pushed to work, Libra. You don't want to feel like if you're not working, if you're not like pulling the cart or helping people, that you have no value and that you're not being empathic if you're not working hard. You can very much graze and be happy and be alone and still help other people by taking care of yourself. So then when that opportunity does present itself, you know how to handle it without exhausting yourself and without overcompensating to please someone, you know, when they might not be happy ever. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot of kind of soul searching, but it's more of, again, being aware, more aware than you were before for your own self. You know, you've been very aware of everything else around you. Now it's time to turn it inward and how it can help you. You have the hawk in reverse. So to me, this is saying that you've always had many different perspectives, but now you just need to narrow it down to one, Libra, especially in April, so that you can get a hold on these energies, so that you can kind of tweak where you need to in order to feel this higher vibration, in order to attract in what you've been trying to attract. And you might have had roadblocks because you keep getting tripped up by what will someone think of me, blah, blah, blah. You don't want that. You're really starting to, in this month, get rid of that mental chatter. And then you have the cosmic egg in reverse. So this is saying that you don't have to be a master to be good at what you're doing. And you definitely don't have to feel like you don't have to compete in order to see growth. And it's really just also saying that there's only one of you, and that should be enough. That is enough special energies. That is enough anointing for you to succeed, because and feel special and feel like enough and attract the right people, because there's no one else like you. And so holding on to that internal, I don't want to say praise, but that internal knowing and that internal drive is going to go farther than, getting that cosmic egg of, I am, the Messiah, or I am the divine master in this skill, or, I am number one on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that is more tangible emotionally and vibrationally than it is tangibly or materialistically. And with, stats is what Spirit's showing me. So I do hope that this makes sense. I hope you have a great month. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I will reply as soon as I can. And I really thank you for sticking around and being patient with me. I will try to get these out sooner, but like I said, I'm trying my best. And I really appreciate all that you guys do for me. Blessings.